Hi guys, Chris Canwell here, and in this video I'd like to talk about guys who are touching their girlfriends too much and essentially turning them off by being too affectionate and too clingy. A lot of guys don't realize that you can easily turn a girl off by touching her all the time. Now, touching a girl is great because it releases oxytocin in the girl's bloodstream and in her brain, and oxytocin is a bonding chemical, so it bonds you closer together with a girl, and that's wonderful. That's what you want. But you don't want to be doing it all the time, because if you're doing it all the time, you're just being clingy and suffocating, and you're just going to drive the girl away from you. A lot of guys don't understand that the best thing to do is to let the girl come to them. Let her touch you when she wants to touch you. Let her put her arm around you if she wants to put her arm around you. Let her move away from you. You know, I see a lot of guys, they're walking down the street, and the girlfriend's holding their hand, and then suddenly she breaks contact and she maybe reaches into her bag, she looks at her phone, or she simply just keeps walking and she's strolling along. But the guy suddenly starts panicking and he gets anxious because the girl's not touching him anymore, and he suddenly reaches for her hand and he grabs it, and she's thinking, oh, I need space, just leave me alone. I'll come to you when I need you. And you're forcing the attraction if you do this. And if you try to force attraction and try to force contact, you're simply going to drive your girlfriend away from you, and she's going to lose interest. She's going to back off. She's not going to want to spend as much time around you. She's not going to be thinking about you. And these are all big mistakes when you're trying to re-attract a girl back into your life. You need to get her thinking about you. When you meet up with her, you don't want to drape your arm around her, grab hold of her, hold onto her hand, beg her. All of this behavior is telling her that she's higher value than you. And you want to be the high value male. You want her to think that you're up here and she's a little bit down here. Now, I know we live in an equal world where women and men are supposed to be equal, but in reality, biology and nature doesn't work like that. The man should always be a little bit above the woman in terms of value, so the woman thinks that he's great, she respects him, and she loves him even more. If she's looking down on you, then that's not a good place to be in, because she's going to start looking elsewhere for more high value men. So keep that in mind. But the main point I'm trying to make here is that if you touch a girl too much, it's going to turn her off. Now, in the early days of a relationship, it's all very intimate, it's very close, and I know you want to touch her a lot, and that's great. But you don't want to be initiating contact. Let her come to you and let her move away from you of her own free will. Think of a woman like a cat, and it really is true. Women are like cats and men are like dogs. Let a woman just go away when she wants to. She'll wander off, and then she'll come back when she wants some affection, and then she'll wander off again, and let her come back to you. Don't try to pick the cat up and force affection, because cats hate that and they just lash out and they claw you. So the woman is the same way. She's essentially like a cat. She just needs her own time and her own space to come back to you, and she will when she wants to. One huge mistake I see guys making is that they actually try to always force things in a relationship, and affection and touch is one of those things where they can go severely wrong, and no one really talks about it. No one says, hey, don't touch your girlfriend too much. Hey, she's your girlfriend, right? You should be able to touch her as much as you want to. But unfortunately, you have to understand attraction. It doesn't work like that. Attraction is different, and attraction grows in space and distance. I remember when I was doing psychology and I did psychotherapies, and I used to help couples in relationships, and one of the big problems I saw was that these couples were becoming turned off by one another because they became so desensitized to each other's presence. They were brushing their teeth in front of each other. They were going to the toilet in front of each other, and there was just no room for space or attraction to grow. And this is a huge mistake. So remember this: if you're trying to get your girlfriend back and a girl's going distant on you and she's pulling away from you, you don't want to try to force contact. Don't be too clingy, and let her initiate contact with you. This is an important rule. If you need any help with this, please don't hesitate to send me an email. Just go to my website and you can contact me from there. Also, if you'd like to book a paid consultation with me through Skype or email, please visit the link below this video and you can send me an email and we can get started on that right away. Also, if you'd like to leave a donation because you found this information useful, I'd really appreciate that. Every cent really just helps me to keep on creating free content for you guys. Till the next video.